Have you ever wondered what women aren't telling you? Those subtle psychological traits that influence their thoughts and behaviors in ways they might not even realize themselves? If you've ever felt like you're missing a piece of the puzzle, you're not alone. The truth is, women have psychological weaknesses, areas of sensitivity that aren't always obvious, but play a huge role in how they connect, feel attracted, and even fall in love. And today, we're going to uncover the 10 key psychological insights that women don't want you to know. Why does this matter? Understanding these hidden aspects can completely transform your relationships, whether you're trying to build a deeper connection, spark attraction, or simply understand her better. These aren't tricks or manipulations. They're insights backed by psychology that will help you foster genuine, meaningful connections. And make sure you stay until the end because number 10 is the one that will completely change the way you see emotional and physical attraction. Let's dive right in. Point 1, sensitivity to meaningful compliments. Let's start with something simple yet incredibly impactful, compliments. But here's the catch. It's not just about what you say, but how and why you say it. Women are naturally more attuned to sincerity, and a meaningful compliment can go a long way in making her feel valued and understood. Here's what makes a compliment stand out. It has to be specific and genuine. Instead of saying, "You look nice," try something like, "That color really brings out your eyes," or "I admire how passionate you are about your work." These show that you're paying attention to her unique qualities, not just surface-level traits. But why does this work? Compliments tap into a psychological need for validation and connection. When done right, they create a sense of closeness and trust. The key is to avoid overdoing it. Too many compliments can feel insincere. Instead, sprinkle them in naturally during conversations. If you master the art of meaningful compliments, you'll not only make her feel appreciated, but also deepen the emotional connection between you two. Point 2, attachment to shared experiences. Next on the list is something that's deeply ingrained in human psychology: shared experiences. Women tend to form stronger emotional bonds through meaningful moments spent together. These experiences act like glue, creating memories that strengthen your connection. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how much more attached people feel after experiencing something exciting, challenging, or even humorous together? It's because shared experiences release chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, hormones that build trust and attachment. This doesn't mean you need grand gestures or elaborate plans. Simple things like cooking a meal together, going for a walk, or trying a new activity can have a huge impact. The key is to be present and engaged in the moment. And here's a bonus tip. Make an effort to reminisce about those experiences later. Saying things like, "Remember when we tried that cooking class? I can't believe we managed not to burn everything," shows that you value the time you've spent together and creates a deeper emotional link. Shared experiences aren't just fun, they're a foundational element of emotional connection. The more memories you create together, the more attached she'll feel. Point 3, emotional response to vulnerability. One of the most underrated ways to connect with a woman is through vulnerability. Women are naturally more empathetic and they tend to feel deeply connected when they sense someone is being genuine and authentic with them. This doesn't mean you need to share your deepest, darkest secrets on the first date. It's about letting her see the real you, your fears, your dreams, your challenges. Vulnerability shows strength, not weakness, because it demonstrates that you trust her enough to be open. Here's why this works. Vulnerability triggers an emotional response. It activates empathy and fosters a sense of closeness. By sharing something meaningful, you're showing that you're human, relatable, and invested in building a deeper connection. Of course, timing is key. Be authentic, but don't force it. Share at moments when it feels natural, like during an intimate conversation or after she's opened up about something personal herself. This creates a two-way bond of trust and understanding. If you're willing to be vulnerable, you'll not only deepen her emotional investment in you, but also pave the way for a truly meaningful relationship. Point 4, attraction through mental stimulation and humor. Let's face it, looks might catch someone's attention, but mental stimulation is what keeps it. Women are naturally drawn to men who can challenge them intellectually or make them laugh. This combination of wit and humor is like a psychological magnet. Here's the science behind it. Humor releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine, creating a positive association with you. On the other hand, mental stimulation sparks curiosity and engagement, showing her that you're more than just surface-level attraction. So how do you apply this? For humor, it's not about being a stand-up comedian. It's about timing and authenticity. Share funny observations, tease her playfully, or laugh at yourself. For mental stimulation, dive into interesting topics, ask thought-provoking questions, and show genuine curiosity about her opinions. One bonus tip, tailor your humor and conversation to her personality. Pay attention to what makes her laugh or what topics light up her eyes. When she feels mentally and emotionally stimulated, she'll naturally associate those positive feelings with you. Remember, humor and mental engagement aren't just fun. They're powerful tools for building attraction and connection that go way beyond the surface. Point 5. Importance of attentive listening. If there's one thing women value deeply, it's feeling heard. Attentive listening is a skill that not only builds connection, but also shows respect and emotional intelligence, traits women find incredibly attractive. But here's the thing, it's not just about being quiet while she talks. Attentive listening means actively engaging with what she's saying. Are you nodding, maintaining eye contact, and asking thoughtful questions? These little cues let her know that you're fully present in the moment. Psychologically, this works because listening validates her emotions and experiences. Women often process their feelings verbally, and when you genuinely listen, you become someone she can trust and confide in. This builds intimacy on a deeper level. Avoid common mistakes like interrupting, offering solutions too quickly, or appearing distracted. Instead, focus on understanding her perspective and responding with empathy. Phrases like, "That must have been really challenging for you," go a long way. When you make her feel like she's the most important person in the room, she'll naturally feel more connected to you. Listening isn't just a skill, it's a gateway to emotional closeness. Point 6. Desire for consistent reassurance. Here's a psychological truth many men overlook. Women often crave consistent reassurance in relationships. This doesn't mean constant validation, but small, meaningful gestures that remind her she's valued and appreciated. Why does this matter? Women are naturally more in tune with emotional nuances, which can sometimes lead to insecurities, even in strong relationships. Reassurance helps calm those doubts and strengthens the bond between you two. This could be as simple as telling her how much she means to you, acknowledging her efforts, or showing affection through small acts of kindness. For example, saying, "I really appreciate how thoughtful you are," or surprising her with her favorite snack after a long day can have a bigger impact than you think. Psychologically, reassurance taps into her need for security and emotional safety. It shows that you're attentive, invested, and dependable. But remember, it's about quality, not quantity. Empty compliments or over-the-top gestures can feel insincere. When you consistently show her she's valued, you'll notice a deeper level of trust and connection. It's a small effort with huge rewards. Point 7. Influence of small acts of thoughtfulness. Sometimes it's the smallest gestures that leave the biggest impression. Women often value thoughtful actions over grand displays of affection, as these little moments show genuine care and attention to detail. Think about it. Have you ever surprised her with her favorite coffee order or remembered something she mentioned in passing, like a book she wanted to read? These small acts might seem insignificant, but to her they're proof that you're listening and that she matters to you. Psychologically, these gestures tap into a woman's need for recognition and connection. They show that you're attuned to her needs and that you prioritize her happiness, which builds trust and emotional intimacy. But here's the trick, keep it natural. It's not about overplanning or trying to impress her. Instead, look for opportunities to show thoughtfulness in everyday interactions. The more genuine these moments are, the deeper the emotional bond you'll create. When you consistently show thoughtfulness, you'll stand out from the crowd and make her feel appreciated in ways she'll never forget. Point 8. Impact of touch and proximity. Physical touch and proximity are some of the most powerful ways to communicate connection, and they often speak louder than words. Women are naturally more receptive to touch as a form of intimacy, but here's the key: it has to feel natural and consensual. Touch triggers the release of oxytocin, the bonding hormone, which fosters trust and closeness. Whether it's a light touch on her hand, a gentle hug, or even brushing her shoulder during a conversation, These moments build a physical connection that complements your emotional bond. Proximity plays a big role too. Have you noticed how people tend to lean in closer to those they're comfortable with? Being in her personal space without making her uncomfortable signals that you're connected on a deeper level. But timing is everything. Pay attention to her body language. Does she lean in, touch you back, or seem relaxed when you're close? These are signs she's comfortable with your presence. If she pulls away, it's essential to respect her boundaries. Physical touch, when done appropriately, is a game changer in building intimacy. It bridges the gap between emotional and physical connection and creates moments of closeness that words simply can't convey. Point 9. Sensitivity to tone and nonverbal communication. Words matter, but the way you say them matters even more. Women are incredibly attuned to tone, body language, and nonverbal cues. Your words might say one thing, but if your tone or posture suggests something else, she'll pick up on it instantly. For instance, if you say, "I'm fine," with a flat tone and avoid eye contact, she's likely to sense frustration or discomfort. On the other hand, a warm tone, open posture, and steady eye contact convey trust and sincerity. Why is this so important? Women often rely on these subtle cues to gauge your emotions and intentions. It's a natural part of their heightened emotional intelligence and ability to read people. When your nonverbal communication aligns with your words, it creates a sense of authenticity and trust. The key is to be mindful of how you're presenting yourself. Are you maintaining relaxed and confident body language? Is your tone calm and engaging? These small adjustments can make a huge difference in how she perceives your feelings and intentions. Remember, nonverbal communication is like a hidden language. When used effectively, it can strengthen the connection between you and leave a lasting impression. Point 10. Emotional and physical anticipation. Finally, one of the most powerful psychological weaknesses women have is their response to anticipation. Whether it's emotional anticipation, like looking forward to spending time together, or physical anticipation, like the build-up to a kiss, this feeling is a natural part of attraction. Here's why it works. Anticipation triggers dopamine, the pleasure chemical. It creates excitement and makes the eventual moment feel even more rewarding. Think of it like unwrapping a gift. The waiting enhances the experience. So how do you build anticipation? Emotionally, you can create it by planning surprises or teasing her playfully about an upcoming date. Physically, slow things down, whether it's a lingering touch, a meaningful look, or a pause before a kiss. The key is to let the moment build naturally without rushing. But be careful, anticipation is about creating positive excitement, not frustration. Pay attention to her reactions and adjust accordingly. If she's leaning in and responding warmly, you're on the right track. Mastering the art of anticipation isn't just about attraction, it's about creating moments that linger in her mind long after they've passed. Conclusion, and there you have it, the 10 psychological weaknesses women don't want you to know. From the power of meaningful compliments to the subtle art of anticipation, these insights can transform the way you connect, build trust, and deepen attraction. Now it's your turn. Which of these points resonated with you the most? Have you noticed any of these dynamics in your own relationships? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss more insights into female psychology and relationships. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.